782. Barry.
Thank you, Chair. Fracking is fast becoming a popular debating topic in this chamber, and it's really no wonder. Residents in our county have little faith in our ability to protect our natural resources. This is not the first type of subject that we've had here, and we can tell the chamber is packed full of the public. How often do we actually get the public here, except for issues of great concern to them? That's why I make no apology for bringing the issue of fracking back to the chamber today. And actually, I would hope that it would be quite a quick debate, really, because as all of us are public servants, we should all be against bribery. In October of last year, I was here proposing a motion to help us try and protect this county from fracking. That motion went from this chamber to the Environment Scrutiny Committee to be explored, debated, and resulted in the motion coming back here to be passed. You may remember it. It was rather farcical to a certain extent, turned into a bit of a political football, but in the end, we'd hoped it got the job done and provided evidence for everybody about the dangers of fracking. But actually, given what happened, the administration just seemed to ignore it. One of the underlying arguments at the time was from the bench opposite was, it's okay, nobody will apply for a licence, it's all fine. Since then, what's happened? It's okay, we won't all vote for Brexit, but we did. It's okay, Trump won't become president of the United States of America, but he did. And in that time that the last motion was finally passed, we got told that a licence wouldn't be applied for, but it was. Thankfully, that licence has been returned and that immediate threat has gone away. But what about next time? Forgive me, but assurances of crazy things won't happen are not enough for me, especially given recent events. So this latest step is around the Shale Wealth Fund, which is a fund that's suggested to be generated from the shale gas profits, is estimated to be around £1 billion over the expected 25-year lifespan of a particular fracking site. And some of this fund is then suggested to be given to community groups. And further, some of that fund is to be given to each individual household in the area affected by fracking. But actually, in suggesting this proposal, it highlights the derision that the Prime Minister holds in our councils and the ability for our councils to work for our local residents. She's quoted to have said, it's about making sure people personally benefit from economic decisions that are taken, not just councils, and putting them back in control of their lives. Firstly, I think that's a damning indictment of what we do here for all the Gloucester councils, their officers and councillors, by our own Prime Minister. She's in effect said that she doesn't trust her local government to look after the interests of our residents. That's shocking. But these individual payments, given the way that the deepening cuts are hammering local household budgets, they will be very attractive. Potentially too attractive for many people. I've had quite a lot of people come to me and saying that, in principle, they wouldn't want to accept this bribery, this blood money. But, actually, given the economic times that we're in, who wouldn't turn down a nice hefty cheque? If fracking was the right solution for everybody, why do we need to bribe local residents to accept it? If the case was strongly made, it wouldn't be needed at all. Everybody would see the benefit. The problem is that case just hasn't been made for Gloucestershire. In fact, we've had evidence to the contrary for Gloucestershire by this own council. Fundamentally, what everybody's worried about is what happens when it goes wrong. We know it can easily do so. There is plenty of cases where fracking is mainstream, where it has gone wrong, and devastatingly so. We've got Graham here who's told us in detail just how wrong the forest is for this type of work. And quite frankly, I think there's few people who know better. So what happens when it goes wrong? Will we get it fixed in time to prevent damage to our local ecology? No, we won't. Because as has been proven in the USA, when it goes wrong, it really is an environmental disaster. Some of you will know that for a day job, I deal with technology, innovation and maturity all the time, and have researched into this technology as much as I possibly can. And it's certainly my belief that this technology just isn't robust enough, that hasn't been proven well enough, and there are little assurances what happens when it goes wrong. You could say, actually, the shale gas, if it is the right thing for us to do, is going to be there 10, 15, 20 years' time. It's not going anywhere. That's the nature of the thing. We don't need to do anything until we are absolutely sure that it is a safe thing to do, and we definitely cannot say that today. This issue is not going to go away, and it will probably come back to this chamber time and time and time again, because people are afraid. They're afraid for their homes, They're afraid for the natural environment around them and for the future of our county. I urge you to support the motion.